Rainbows have always captivated us. From childhood wonderment to spiritual contemplation, they've been regarded as symbols of hope, promises, and beauty. But what if I told you that rainbows are much more than just a natural phenomenon caused by the refraction of light? What if rainbows are actually signs sent by the universe, by divine forces to remind us of our alignment with something greater? I think about it, how often do we see a rainbow after a storm? It's as though the universe is saying, yes, you've been through the storm, but here's the sign of peace, the reminder that everything is falling into place. When we see a rainbow, it's not just a coincidence. It's a moment of divine alignment. It's the universe speaking to you, showing you that the challenges you've faced, the obstacles you've overcome, are all part of a grander design. What you are exactly where you need to be at that moment. But here's the deeper question: do you recognize it? How do you understand the significance of that rainbow in your life? Rainbows aren't just random events. They appear when the light hits the rain at just the right angle, creating a spectrum of color that are perfectly aligned. The same is true for your life. When you're in alignment, when your thoughts, actions, and energy are in harmony with the universe, you begin to see these signs more often. It's as though the universe is communicating with you through these bursts of color, reminding you that you are on the right path. But here's where it gets interesting. How do we stay in alignment to receive these signs? Alignment is not something that happens by accident. It's a state of being where your inner world matches your outer world. When you're in alignment, you feel it. There's a sense of peace, of flow, of things happening almost effortlessly. But when you're out of alignment, everything feels off. The struggles seem endless, the challenges overwhelming, and the signs of divine guidance seem distant. So, how do we bring ourselves back into alignment? How do we open ourselves to receiving the rainbow, the divine sign that tells us everything is as it should be? It starts with awareness. You need to be aware of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Are they in harmony with the person you want to become? Are they aligned with your highest self? The rainbow shows up when the storm has passed, but it's also a reminder that the storm was necessary. The rain had to fall for the rainbow to appear. In the same way, the challenges in your life are not obstacles, they are stepping stones, preparing you for the beauty and alignment that is to come. But here's a profound question for you. When the storm rages in your life, do you curse the rain, or do you look for the rainbow? Your perspective matters. If you spend your energy focused only on the storm, you might miss the rainbow when it appears. But if you trust that every storm has its purpose, that every challenge is guiding you towards something greater, you'll be ready to see the signs when they come. And that's where the secret of divine alignment lies, in your ability to see beyond the storm, to know that the rainbow is always there, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. When you see a rainbow, do you ever stop and wonder, why now? Why at this moment, after this particular storm, in this particular place? The timing of a rainbow is never random. It's always precise because it's a reflection of divine timing, of the perfect moment when everything comes together in harmony. The same is true for your life. When you're in alignment, things happen at the right time. Opportunities show up, people come into your life, and events unfold in a way that feels almost magical. But it's not magic. It's alignment. It's the universe responding to the energy you're putting out and reflecting it back to you in the form of these signs. So, what exactly is the message of the rainbow? It's simple. You are aligned. You are in sync with the flow of the universe, and everything is working out for your highest good. But here's the catch. You have to believe it. You have to trust that the universe is always working in your favor, even when it doesn't seem like it. The rainbow is a visual reminder of that trust. It's the universe's way of saying, trust me, I've got this. But how do you maintain that trust when life feels anything but aligned? When things go wrong, When challenges arise, when the storm is raging, it's hard to believe that everything is working out. But that's exactly when you need to hold on to that belief the most. The rainbow doesn't show up when the sun is shining. It shows up after the storm. And the same is true for your life. The signs of alignment often come after a period of struggle or doubt. They come when you've been tested, when you've had to dig deep and find your inner strength. The rainbow is the universe's way of saying you've made it through. You've passed the test. Now here's the reward. But it's not just about making it through the storm. It's about how you make it through. Did you stay true to yourself? Did you remain aligned with your values, with your purpose, with the person you want to be? Or did you let the storm throw you off course? These are important questions to ask yourself, because the rainbow is not just a sign of survival, it's a sign of alignment. It's a sign that you've stayed true to your path, even when it was difficult. But here's the deeper question: are you living in alignment, or are you just surviving the storms? There's a difference. Surviving the storm is about getting through it, but living in alignment is about thriving through it. It's about trusting that the storm is part of the journey, that it's guiding you towards something greater. And that's what the rainbow represents, the greater purpose that lies beyond the challenges, the divine alignment that is waiting for you on the other side of the storm. The rainbow, in many ways, is a test of your perspective. It's easy to get caught up in the storm, to focus on the rain, the wind, the chaos. But the rainbow asks you to look beyond that. It asks you to see the beauty that follows the storm, to trust that the storm was necessary for the rainbow to appear. It's a shift in perspective, from seeing the challenges as obstacles to seeing them as opportunities for growth, for transformation, for alignment. But here's the thing. How often do we miss the rainbow because we're still focused on the storm? How often do we let the challenges in our life blind us to the signs of divine alignment that are all around us? The rainbow is always there, but you have to be willing to look up to see it. It's a choice. You can choose to stay focused on the rain, on the struggles, on the difficulties, or you can choose to look for the rainbow, to see the signs of alignment that are always present, even in the midst of the storm. This is where the real power of the rainbow lies, in its ability to shift your perspective. It reminds you that no matter how difficult things may seem, there is always beauty, always alignment, always divine guidance waiting for you. But you have to be willing to see it. You have to train yourself to look beyond the storm, to trust that the rainbow is coming even when you can't see it yet. This is not just about looking for actual rainbows in the sky. It's about looking for the rainbows in your life. The moments of alignment, the signs of divine guidance, the synchronicities that remind you that you're on the right path. They're always there, but you have to be open to seeing them, and that requires a shift in perspective. It requires you to stop focusing on what's going wrong and start focusing on what's going right. But here's the question. Are you willing to shift your perspective? Are you willing to look for the rainbow, even when the storm is still raging? It's not easy, but it's necessary if you want to live in alignment with the universe. The rainbow is a reminder that no matter how dark the storm may seem, there is always light on the other side. There is always alignment, always divine guidance, always a greater purpose waiting for you. What does it really mean to live in alignment? It's more than just following signs and waiting for rainbows to appear in the sky. Living in alignment means that you yourself become the rainbow, a living reflection of divine energy, trust, beauty, and purpose. Just as a rainbow bursts into the sky after a storm, you have the power to bring light and hope into the world, even after enduring your own personal storms. The truth is, you are the rainbow. You are the sign of divine alignment, the embodiment of harmony between the material and the spiritual. But here's the big question. Are you willing to step into that role? Think about the times in your life when you've gone through difficulties, when you've faced overwhelming challenges. Maybe it felt like a never-ending downpour, a storm that just wouldn't let up. But then something shifted, a moment of clarity, an unexpected opportunity, a sense of peace. Something clicked into place, and suddenly everything made sense. That's your rainbow. That's the universe aligning itself with you, showing you that all the struggle, all the heartache had a purpose. But here's the deeper truth: you are capable of creating that rainbow for yourself. You don't have to wait for something external to happen. You can live in alignment every single day. And when you do, you become the rainbow not just for yourself, but for others as well. Living in alignment requires a deep trust in the process of life. It means accepting that everything, yes, even the storms, has a purpose. It's about seeing the bigger picture, even when you're in the middle of chaos. This doesn't mean you ignore the challenges or pretend that everything is perfect. It means you recognize that the challenges are part of your growth, part of your journey toward becoming the most aligned version of yourself. Just like the rain is essential for the appearance of a rainbow, your struggles are essential for your own spiritual evolution. But here's the key: do you trust the process enough to embrace the storms, knowing that a rainbow is on the other side? When you live in alignment, you begin to see that every moment is a divine opportunity. You stop waiting for external signs because the signs are within you. You stop looking to the sky for rainbows because you understand that you are the rainbow. You become the person who brings light into the world, who reminds others that no matter how dark the storm, there is always beauty and clarity waiting just beyond the clouds. This is not just about spiritual belief. It's about practical, everyday action. It's about showing up in the world with integrity, with love, with a deep sense of purpose. But here's the challenge: are you willing to take responsibility for your own alignment? It's easy to wait for signs, to hope for a rainbow to appear and guide you. But true alignment comes from within. It comes from making conscious choices that reflect your highest self, even when it's difficult. It means aligning your thoughts, your actions, and your energy with the person you truly want to be. And when you do this, you become a living example of divine alignment. You don't just see rainbows, you become one. Living in alignment doesn't mean that life will suddenly become easy. There will still be storms. There will still be challenges. But when you're aligned, those challenges don't knock you off course. Instead, they become part of your journey, part of your growth. You learn to navigate the storms with grace, knowing that they are leading you towards something greater. And as you do, you inspire others to do the same. Your energy, your presence, becomes a beacon of light, a reminder to others that alignment is possible for them too. So here's the deeper question: are you ready to live in such a way that you become the rainbow in your own life and in the lives of others? It's a choice, and it's one that requires commitment. It's about choosing to live with intention, to align your actions with your purpose, to trust that the universe is always supporting you, even when things seem uncertain. It's about finding beauty in the storm, knowing that every raindrop plays a part in creating the rainbow. When you live in alignment, you stop chasing after signs and start embodying them. You become the person who creates alignment wherever you go. You become the person who turns challenges into opportunities, who sees the divine in every moment. And that's when the magic happens. That's when you truly begin to live the life you were meant to live, a life of purpose, of beauty, of deep connection to the divine. But again, the question remains, are you willing to do the inner work to become the rainbow in your own life? It's not always easy, but it's the most rewarding path you can take. When you live in alignment, you stop reacting to life and start creating life. When you become a co-creator with the universe, working in harmony with divine forces to bring your highest self into reality. And when that happens, you don't just see rainbows after the storm, you become the rainbow, a living symbol of divine alignment, a beacon of hope and beauty for others to follow. So, I ask you, are you ready to step into your role as the rainbow? The divine alignment is already within you. All you have to do is trust it, embrace it, and live it. The storms will come, but the rainbow is always within you, waiting to shine.